Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the afternoon session of school. This afternoon, we'll be doing grammar. And for grammar, we'll be looking at punctuation marks. Now, what are punctuation marks? Anybody tell me what they know about punctuation marks or what they would probably have heard about punctuation marks? Yes, that is correct, Shamar. Punctuation marks are found in sentences. They can be also found in poem also. That is correct. What else? That's correct. The question mark is a punctuation mark. Also, the set already is correct about punctuation marks. You listed 3 punctuation marks and you said that the punctuation marks are used in sentences. Now, punctuation marks are used in sentences, and the ones that you would have listed, they are just a few, those are just a few punctuation marks. Now, punctuation marks helps the writer to structure the sentence so that the reader would understand. All right, so punctuation marks help us to make those things we read clear, or the sentence we read clear. All right, we're going to see some more punctuation marks. Then you are going to go and get the names of those punctuation marks and why we use them. All right, just basically not a lot, just basic simple definition on why, or simple sentence on why we use those punctuation marks. All right, so that's your first homework. So yes, first homework. So all of these punctuation marks help us. Every one of them help us in some way or the other. So you're going to learn all the others, or the ones that are not on this list. You're gonna list them, and not probably all, probably about 2 of them. 2 more say how they are, how we use them. Okay, that's your first homework. Now, today, when we use punctuation marks, they guide us in our reading. As I would have said before, they help us, and they help us one way to help us understand what we're reading, and they also guide us. Some of them may tell us to stop, and some of them add a special punctuation mark called the full stop. We'll be looking at a special punctuation mark called the full stop. Now, why do we use the full stop, or the rules in using the full stop? No, the first rule in using the full stop, it says that we use a full stop at the end of a sentence that makes a statement, provide facts, give information, give an explanation, or shows information. That's the first rule. Again, let me read it over. We use a full stop at the end of a sentence. Remember, there at the end of a sentence that makes a statement, provide facts, gives an explanation, or shows information. So that's when we use the full stop or period, and we use it to the end of the sentence. Now, we have some examples there. The first example said, Anne went to the park yesterday. And then we have a full stop at the end of the sentence. Now that sentence is telling us or showing us some information. It's telling us that Anne went to the park yesterday. All right, it's telling us she went to the park yesterday. So therefore, we put a full stop at the end of the sentence that is telling us information. Now the next sentence is also giving us some information, but this information is considered as a fact. Like this one, the word Guyana means land of many waters. The word Guyana means land of many waters. Now this sentence is true. That's why we say it's a fact. For one, I want you guys to think of any example. Think of another example in which we write sentences and we put full stop at the end. Very good, Jeremiah, very good. The boy is wearing a light blue shirt. So see there, that sentence is giving us some information. It's telling us what the boy is wearing. And therefore, that sentence needs to have a full stop at the end. Very good, Jeremiah. So that would have covered the one for rule number 1. So let's move on to rule number 2. Now, rule number 2 says that full stop or period is used to show when a word has been shortened. Like, for example, the word doctor. In this example, the word doctor, it can be spelled out by writing D-O-C-T-O-R, or it can be written as capital D, common R, full stop or period. Can you give me an example of another word that is shortened? Yes, mistress. So we can write the word mistress as M-I-S-T-R-E-S-S, or we can write as M-R-S full stop at the end, which is be the shortened form of the word. Very good, dear Lemuel. What's another example we can use? We can use the word miss. Very good. We can write M-I-S-S, miss, or we can write capital M, small s, or common s, full stop, to write the word miss. Nice. All right. So you have to learn how these words are shortened to use them correctly. Sometimes, most times, they only use the first letter of the word and the last letter of the word, and then they have a full stop. Some cases, because like in junior, that is not the same. So that would have covered rule number 2. Now, rule number 3, it reads that we use a full stop or period after initials of our names. Okay? So when we're writing initial of our name, what we do, we take the first letter of our first name and the first letter of our last name. A simple initial. We use the first letter of our first name and the first letter of our last name. We put them together, but we separate them with a dot, full stop. Let's look at your names now. Let's abbreviate your names. Let's go ahead with Jeremiah. Go ahead, Jeremiah. If we're supposed to put initial your name, what would the initial be? It will be, very good. It will be capital J, full stop, E, full stop. Let's get Danielle now to abbreviate, to put our name in initial. It will be capital D, full stop, A, full stop. Now, let's say you don't want to put the a full stop at the end of the name. How are we going to write it? Let's try Daniela's name. How are we going to write Daniela's name? That is good. Capital D, full stop, Anthony. Very good. And for Jeremiah, it will be capital J, full stop, Edinburgh. Good. So remember, if you spell your last name out, there's no need to put a full stop at the end. But if you don't, I just want to put the letters, you have to put the letters in between of the two, like in J, full stop, E, full stop. Good. So that will cover the third rule on how we use the full stop. So we covered 3 rules today. And now we are going to go to our activity to see if we can remember, if we can actually put full stops into stories. 2 things. You have to insert the capital letters where they're supposed to be. And we also have to insert the full stop. To focus on the one where we have to put the capital letters for the initials and shortened words and at the beginning of a sentence. Great. Now, so let's look at this story here. Let me zoom it up a little. Let's look at this story here. Now, paragraph again, and let's try to insert the full stops or the capital letters where they have to go. So we'll start with Lemuel. Where do we put the first full stop, or where do we put the capital letter if one is needed? So Lemuel is saying that we should put the first full stop at the end of the word dog. So therefore, the first sentence would read, a few years ago, Ray found the inspiration in cooking his family and dog. All right, so do you guys think that is correct? Really, you guys think that is correct? All right, so you guys would think that that's where the first full stop has to go. All right, but think about it. Can we cook our family and our dog? No, we cannot do that. Persons might try, but it's not right. We can't cook them. So look again, Lemuel, look again. So you still believe, okay, let me do the first example then. So the first example says, I think the full stop should go, a few years ago, Ray found this inspiration in cooking. Now that sentence is telling us something about Ray. It's giving us some information of Ray. He found the inspiration to start cooking. So the first full stop needs to go at after the word cooking. So you guys see there now, because I put the full stop there, and we start a new sentence. Enjoy the meals. Does that make sense? If it says enjoy the meals would be a sentence, Shamar? No. So no, that wouldn't be correct. So you put the full stop there. No. Since the sentence ended there, remember, if that's the end of a sentence there, then the new sentence should begin. And when we're beginning a new sentence, we should have a capital letter. So we know that's the ending. So this should be the beginning of a new sentence. So you need to put a capital H there. Simple as that. Now, we already capitalized this sentence. Let's see where the next full stop needs to go. Go ahead, Shamar. Good. Is family and dog enjoy the meals? Very good. So you see there now, when we read the story the paragraph just now, we thought he enjoyed cooking his family and dog. Until when I put the first full stop at the sentence, you guys realize his family enjoy the meals. Very good. Nice. So the end of one sentence marked the beginning of another sentence. So therefore, to capitalize the word, Daniela, yes, E. The capitalize the word E. So you need to put a capital H. No, next. Let's see where the next sentence ends. So Lemuel is saying, he said, we cook them every meal on the road. So I had to put a full stop where the comma is. Okay, so Shamar, you don't think Lemuel's sentence is correct? All right, well, where should we put the full stop then? Very good. He cooks them every meal. Yes, because we cannot cook on the road. Very good. So he cooks them every meal is a sentence. This where the next sentence ends. So nice, lovely. So on the road, we have to put capital O for on, and then there's a beginning of a new sentence. Very good, Daniela. So remember, you got to think of a sentence and try to make sense of it. All right, it's not just pasting the full stop. It's about, does a sentence make any sense when we're reading it? We put the full stop. Do you think it makes sense? If not, try going through the sentence again and try to see, write it in a way so that it makes sense. Now, let's see if you can find the end of another sentence. Let me give Mikwan a chance now. Go ahead, Mikwan. Very good. On the road, the neighbors can smell the delicious meals. Very good. So you put the full stop there. So very good, Mikwan. We put the capital H for the word E. Okay, then move on. Where do we put another sentence? Another full stop. He loves to make chocolate cakes. All right, so yes, Lemuel, what you said, he loves to make chocolate cake is telling us something, but if you look at the sentence there, if you look at it, it has the word and. So if the sentence is not, the idea is not finished yet, or the information that giving us is not finished. So therefore, what Shamar would have said is that you have to put it after the word pizza, because yes, he loves to make chocolate cake, and because the sentence is continuing, and pizza. So very good. So that's the sentence should end at pizza. All right, let's go ahead. No. Let's give Preston a chance. Preston, look at it. Let me see where should we put the next full stop. Good. Dr. Angela told him that he should eat more healthy foods. Good. It's something good. Do you think that sentence is finished? All right, good. Do we need any other full stops in that sentence? Do you think so, Daniel? Tell me where do I need to put another full stop. Very good. After the word doctor, because if you look there, the word doctor is in shortened, so you need to put a full stop at the end of the word doctor. But what about the word? Is the word written, is the word, the shortening from the word doctor is written correctly? No, we need to put a capital D to make it written right, to make it correct. Good, so doctor, very good. So what else? Let's see where we need to put the next full stop. At Georgetown, really, do you think that's correct? Make one. Look at the sentence again. All right, so she make one said, you think that the full stop needs to go at Georgetown. Does anybody else think the full stop needs to go anywhere else? Look at the sentence carefully. Very good, Jeremiah. Ray is now an owner of a restaurant. So we need to put a full stop there because it's telling us now he owns a restaurant. So that is that's where the full stop needs to go. Now, where do we need to put the next full stop now? Make one. At the end of Georgetown. Very good. So we need to put the full stop at the end of Georgetown. Now, do you think we need to put any more full stop in that sentence? Yes, very good, Jeremiah. Again, nice observation. Now, if you look there, we have the word RB, the letter RB capitalized. So therefore, mean that is initial of something, but we forgot to put the full stop. So if we put the full stop between R and a full stop between B, which will be RB Food Court, is located on Church Street, Georgetown. All right. So R&B would be the name of his restaurant. So RB Food Court. So we want to say Ray. Let's say Ray's surname is Bacchus. It'll be Ray Bacchus Food Court. I'm not sure what is Ray's surname. All right. So it would be RB. Now, so we would have all put our punctuation marks correctly in the sentence. That is our full stop. And we would have put our capital letters correctly. So very good, guys. You guys did a great job. So give yourself a clap today, guys. We would have learned something more about using full stops. And I hope when we're writing our stories, we would put in those full stops in the right place. So this is the end. Do have a great afternoon and bye-bye, everyone.